Welcome to all. Today we shall read conditional clause. Very important for the student of class 10, 11 or 12 and competitive examiners. Okay. So conditional clause. What does conditional clause mean? A clause which contains a definite condition is called conditional clause or say if clause. Or say a clause which lays down a certain condition is called a conditional clause, that is known as if clause. Okay. Conditional clauses are made by some conditions like if, in case, unless, as long as, and suppose. Okay. These conjunctions are used for forming a conditional clause or say if clause. If, for example, if you go to bed late, this is conditional clause or say if clause. This is main clause. Okay. So if you go to bed late, it contains a definite condition that you wake up late. Okay. If you admit your mistake, conditional clause, I will pardon you, main clause. So conditional clause contains two parts, that is condition and result or effect. Okay. So in the first example, go to bed late, condition, and wake up late, that is effect or result. Okay. Go to bed, condition, and wake up late, that is result or effect. So two parts in a conditional sentence. Okay. Then in case, suppose, inform me in case you need my help, that is conditional clause or say main clause. Unless you have a ticket, conditional clause, you won't go in main clause. Okay. Ticket, that is condition, go in here, result or effect. Similarly, I shall support him as long as he is here. Conditional clause, main clause. Okay. So main clause, I shall support him as long as he is here. Main clause, as long as he is here. Conditional clause. Okay. Suppose a tiger comes here. That is conditional clause, main clause. Okay. So conditional clause contains two parts, that is also lays down two parts, condition and result or effect. Okay. Next, but question is that if clause. Okay. But question is that suppose if you boil water, it turns to vapor. Okay, turn to vapor. So it is conditional clause or say if clause. It is main clause. Okay, it is correct. But if we write it turns to vapor. Okay, if you boil water, if you boil water, okay, it turns to vapor. It is wrong, incorrect. It is correct. Okay. Why? When main clause is used after conditional clause, comma is used. When conditional clause used after main clause, comma is dropped. Comma cannot be used. Okay. If we write it turns to vapor, if you boil water, it is correct because there is no comma. Okay. So when you write main clause before conditional clause, at that time comma is dropped. Comma cannot be used. Okay. Next. The four commonest and the most useful conditional clauses. There are four conditional clauses which is very most useful and commonest or important, such as type 0, type 1, type 2, type 3. Four types of conditional clauses, which is very important and useful. Okay. First, type 0. Type 0 conditional clause. Type 0 conditional clause refers three things. One, universal truth. Two, scientific truth. And general validity. Okay. And conditional clause, present simple. Main clause, present simple. Okay. When you are going to know about zero type conditional clause, you have to be in your mind that it contains or it refers universal truth, scientific truth, general validity, and conditional clause present simple, main clause present simple. For example, if you pour oil and water, conditional clause, okay, it flows, main clause. Present simple, present simple. It refers universal truth. It refers universal truth. If you hit IC, conditional clause, main clause. It refers present simple, present simple. Conditional clause, present simple, main clause, present. It refers scientific truth. Okay. If you make a promise, I keep it. Conditional clause, main clause. Present simple, present simple. It refers general validity. What does general validity means? What usually happens in your day-to-day life, that is known as general validity. For another example, if you want to write a letter, conditional clause, that is main clause. Present simple, it refers general validity. Okay, general validity. Okay, but there is some exceptions, which is essential for the competitive examiners. Okay. For example, if she worked hard, she got the first division. Okay. If the road was damaging, it needed to repair quickly. If she worked hard, this is the conditional clause. This is the main clause. This is the conditional clause. It is main clause. Okay. So what is the difference? Sometimes, what is the exceptions? Exception means something does not follow general rule. Exception means something does not follow general rules. General rules, present simple, present simple. Type 0 conditional clause. But here, it refers past simple, past progressive, and past simple. Okay. So that is exceptions. If she worked hard, conditional clause, past simple. She got the first division, main clause, past simple. So 0 to conditional clause sometimes refers past simple and past progressive. So it is for the competitive examiners. Question will come from this conditional clause for any competitive examination. Okay. Next, type 1 conditional clause. It refers real condition or say open condition. Okay. 1. Conditional clause present simple, main clause present simple with modal like shall, will. Okay. 2. 3. Followed by the main verb indicating future time. Okay. So types of conditional contains such things. 3 points. It refers real condition or open condition. It is real. And conditional clause present simple, main clause present simple with modal like shall. Next, followed by the main verb indicating future time. For example, if it rains, I won't go out. Conditional clause, main clause. Okay. It is refers to open condition or say real conditions. Present simple with modal will. Okay, clear? And followed by the main verb, go MV, main verb. Okay. Next, if he runs fast, he will reach in time. He will reach in time as a main clause. This is conditional clause. And it refers open condition and real condition. Present simple conditional clause. Main clause present simple with the modal will, followed by the main verb indicating future time, that is main verb. Main verb. MV. Main verb. Reach. Okay. Gala. But there is some exceptions. Okay. Something doesn't follow general rule. Okay. That is, if you want to lose weight, you must eat less potato. Okay. This is conditional clause. This is main clause. Okay. If the fog gets thicker, conditional clause. This is the plane may be late, main clause. Okay. So it refers real condition and open condition. But question is that why it is exceptions? Will is replaced by must and may. Okay. So it is exceptions. Type 1 conditional clause. Next. Type 2 conditional clause. Type 2 conditional clause refers less real condition. Condition 1. Conditional clause past simple, main clause past simple with modals. Okay. That is modals like could or would. Okay. See, if we had an umbrella, conditional clause, or say if clause, main clause. That is refers less real condition. If you had an umbrella, I will lend it to you. You may lend it to him, or you do not lend him. Okay. So that is less real conditions. If I saw a house on fire, I will telephone you. It is conditional clause, it is main clause. Past simple with the modal would. Past simple with modal would. Okay. If I saw a house on fire, I will telephone the fire brigade. It refers less real conditions. Okay. Then comes type 3. Type 3 conditional clause. Okay. That is, it refers unreal condition. Unreal conditions. Conditional clause past simple, past plus past participle. Okay, past simple. Hala. Okay. Main clause, that is modal plus half plus past participle. Okay. Modals like would or a would. Hala. So, type 0 conditional clause refers on either condition. Never occurred. For example, if he had come to me, conditional clause, I would have helped him, main clause. Okay? So, participle with past participle. Okay? And participle, that is modal would plus half plus past participle helped, and it refers on real condition. If he had come to me, I would have helped him. Please, on real condition. There is a hope that you have helped him. Okay. Another example. If someone had watered the flowers, conditional clause, they could not have died. So it refers on real conditions. That is participle with past participle, modal plus half plus past participle, modal like put, so it refers type 0 conditional clause. Okay. Thanks to all for watching my video. Not to forget, subscribe my channel, subscribe, like and share my channel. Thanks.